Okay, so let's start off with a picture of me, a completely unphotoshopped baby picture. And I found this picture a few months ago, and I started to think about like how simple eating used to be, especially when we were babies, right? So when I was a baby, when I was hungry, I would just eat and then be done with it, right? Like there was not a lot of thinking about it. But as I got older, it wasn't as simple, right? As I got older and I was growing up in Memphis, I learned about what we considered good food. So this is good food. I think we are all familiar with it. So when I was growing up, like this is the food you ate, this is what's good, it's healthy for you. All of this was like, all of that's absolutely true, right? And then as I got older, it got a little confusing. I started to read these magazines that gave me like different ideas, right, and were telling me I needed to blast fat. Everything I was eating was wrong, and I always needed to lose 10 pounds, and I'm like 12 and very confused about that concept. And then they were telling me this is the food I should be eating. So I started to get a little confused. Like nothing is wrong with this food, but it's none of the food that I had grown up learning was good food. Like my grandmother was like, not like, finish your vegetables. And then it got even more complicated as I became a teen because guys, you can totally eat all this pizza, right? And like work out and you're fine. But girls have to eat salad and pretend it's like the best thing ever. And it was just so frustrating and I got so confused. So at the same time, I'm trying to figure this out. I'm trying to figure out my life. So I wanted to be a journalist to tell the truth. But then I wanted to be a counselor so I could help people. And it kind of led me to being a registered dietitian, which is what I am now. And I am really grateful for the education that I've gotten because I've gone to University of Memphis, one of the best schools ever, and Mass General in Boston. And I got a little of my questions answered. So tonight, that's what I want to tell you, a little bit about the truth that I've learned and also hopefully what helps you. So let's start with the basics. What is a diet? From the dictionary, it's just about eating and drinking and the way you live. That's it. But now, it's a lot more complicated, right? Dieting is all about weight loss, changing your body, what food you shouldn't be eating, right? And it's really just, there's no simple answer. And even in my internship, in my residency, this is what I was learning. And it was really frustrating because it does come at a price, right? You don't do anything for free. You gotta buy your teas, you gotta buy the programs. These are our nutrition experts, every Kardashian that exists. And so I was just like, why am I going to school if it's that easy? And it comes at a price. So these products don't rely on our success, it's our failure. And so the diet and wellness industry makes $60 billion. That's our money, and we're giving it to the Kardashians. And so first, really giving all our money away, but also it's become this huge distraction from like our real public health issues. And this is something I'm really passionate about because we keep like getting sucked into all this diet culture thing, and it's distracting us from like the really big issues. So in our community specifically, if you look at the areas in red, these are areas where there's only fast food. There's no grocery store. Yes, and the yellow areas have like some grocery stores, but they're probably not that great. And then blue areas, like you're good. You have a Whole Foods probably. And remember, this is the good food we're supposed to have. So about 25% of our population in livable areas can't get this food on a regular basis. So the bar of wellness is like up to here, and not a lot of people can reach it, right? And then just in general, dieting for weight loss leads to weight gain. You're like better off not even trying because if you stay the same weight, that's actually healthier. But to lose weight and regain weight and excess weight leads to worse health outcomes. And I'm telling you this as a dietitian. And so it's really funny. So the one thing I want you to remember is like diets don't work. No matter how you phrase it, the terminology, whatever you're saying, diets do not work. I'm a dietitian. Diets do not work. And so it's really interesting to choose this career. So I want you to redefine what you think of as good food. This is all healthy food. I'm your dietitian tonight. This is all healthy food. And I tell everyone that I meet that all foods have a purpose and all foods are good foods. And so invest in Memphis food. Invest in Memphis food. Memphis food entrepreneurs. That's what I do a lot. Invest in our food culture. It's amazing. The Kardashians do not need our help. They're fine. Memphis needs a piece of that $60 billion, okay? So, if you liked anything I said, please come hang out. If you love not dieting and you believe you can be healthy at any size you are, then please come hang out on social media. That's it.